Introducing Fight Picks with the Pros, brought to you by FanDuel.
All right, hello and welcome to Fight Picks with the Pros. We're going to review the main event for UFC Fight Night on Fight Island coming up next Wednesday. The main event features Michael Chiesa versus Neil Magny. I'm joined by UFC welterweight Max Griffin and former Ultimate Fighter Show winner Chris Holdsworth. What's up, guys?
What's up?
What it do?
All right, so let's jump into it. It's the main event. We'll take this kind of fighter by fighter. The first one we'll start with is Michael, who, looking at my notes here, 17-4 record, 11 submissions. And, you know, I've watched him over the years, always a fun fighter to watch. But what I really dug into and found out is he really is somewhat of a, he really is that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu type ace, 11 submissions. He goes for the takedown a lot. He's looking for that submission finish, no finish by knockout on his record. So I was surprised to see that, but he's really going for that takedown. He's trying to choke you out. He's trying to submit you. So first, give me you guys' opinion on Michael, what you guys think.
Me and Michael go back, when he was on the Ultimate Fighter, Uriah was his coach, and, I was able to come train with the team for like 6 weeks. So I got to meet all the guys. I met Chiesa, like Alaquenta, they were all on the team. So that was back when he was fighting at 155, and now he's fighting at 170. I think he's been looking great at 170. Putting on that little extra size, not depleting his body. I think 170 is where he is looking really good at. But yeah, like you said, he's a grappling ace. He's got a ton of submissions, but he's dropped a lot of guys too, or at least rocked them. But it kind of reminds me of myself, like hurting people and then jumping on the subs and trying to submit them, while they're rocked. So I'm a big fan of Chiesa. Hopefully he goes out there and gets this win. Even though Magny is no slouch and poses a threat to everybody in the division, I want Chiesa to win this one.
Yeah, Max, what do you think about Michael?
Yeah, Chiesa's a good dude. Good dude. I ran into him a few times in Vegas. I think last year or the year before. He stayed connected ever since. Got the role at 10th Planet a little bit. So we had some good rounds. But stayed in touch. He's good people, man. Good people, but even a better fighter. Great submission game. Submitting guys with these crazy submissions. He submitted, I think, Carlos Condit with one hand. Like a one-hand Kimura kind of thing. He's good, man. He's good. He's slick, and he wants that takedown. He wants those submissions. Like you said, his wins are by submission. So,
For some reason, every time I see him and every time I see him brought up, the first thing that comes to my mind is, don't you ever talk about my mom. Don't you ever. Just start cracking up. The Kevin Lee press conference.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was hilarious.
Hey, you can't be talking about people's moms. It brings something out of them, I would have got crazy like that too.
No, that's wild. So on the other side of it, we got Neil Magny, and this is a lanky guy, 24-7, 7 KOs, 14 decisions. So he's kind of, a decision machine, not to take away from his mixed martial arts skill. But for you guys, what's your impression on Neil Magny and his approach coming into this fight?
Yeah, Neil does a great job. Like you said, don't take anything away from him from all his decision wins, but he knows how to win, and he knows how to strike. He knows how to, overwhelm you on the cage, and he knows how to like grind these fights out. He's got great cardio, and he's like constantly pushing the pace, and he can fight anywhere. He can fight standing, in the clinch, and on the ground. So he poses a threat too because of the height and the length as well. The long legs, the reach. So his opponent's got to get past that to get inside and try to work their offense. But man, I've always been against Neil. He's a super cool guy. I think I've met him a couple times, and I've grown on him as a fan. But Chiesa, I think Chiesa is going to pull through.
Max, what do you think?
Yeah, I was with Neil Magny actually on Ultimate Fighter as well. Tough 16, he was on the show, and he's been in there. He's been in the show ever since. He's a staple in the game. He has a ton of fights. He almost has some records, I think, on like most welterweight wins. He's put, and like you said about winning by decision, I don't think those decisions were split. I mean, when he wins by decision, it's usually 30-27. He has really good coaches. I think he's still at elevation, which I believe so, in Colorado.
Let me
I
see.
think
It
he
looks
still
like
works with Elliot Marshall and those guys. And
Gracie Techniques is the one I saw. Elite MMA. You guys familiar with that camp?
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Elliot Marshall.
And what was interesting is Dana warned him before the fight if there's any fallout between the Kazmat Chimaev Leon Edwards fight, that they wanted him to be in the batter's box to jump in to save that main event. So they were debating on him jumping up and facing Leon Edwards for the main event, and then Michael would be out of luck. His fight would be washed, right? So I just watched an interview with Michael Chiesa, and he said he was scared. He's like, he's been working, put in this camp. He's ready for this fight. They also warned him and let him know, hey, we're putting your opponent in the batter's box just in case anything falls through. And so luckily they decided just to wash that main event completely. So Leon Edwards got pushed back again, and now they're making them, of course, the main event. So I'm sure Chiesa has to be happy that he got pushed in that main event slot and didn't get passed by with Magny jumping up.
Yeah, for sure. I would have been nervous too. Like, train all this much. You got a big payday coming up, and the boss tells you, hey, your guy might fight in this fight. He's in the batter box, so just kind of hang out and we'll let you know. So
yeah, it's kind of emotional.
Yeah,
kind of an emotional kind of thing, knowing that your opponent might not be there. But I think it works out for them to get that shine and be in that main event. I think it's good for Neil and Michael in that regard.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be huge for them. So predictions on the fight. I'll lead off and say, I know we just talked about this a little bit. Neil Magny with his length, I think he's gonna stretch it out. And looking at the statistics, I think he's gonna take it all 5 rounds. I think he's gonna win a pretty dominant decision, in my opinion. I think it's gonna be like a 4-1 fight, and pretty obvious that Neil's the winner. So that's what I think. I think there's going to be some moments where Chiesa's maybe mixing it up on the ground, get some possible submission attempts. But at the end of the day, I think that forward pressure from Neil Magny is going to wear on Michael. And I think it's going to add up in the later rounds, and Magny's going to rack up those wins round by round and not be able to put Magny away. I think Magny's going to lock up the decision win. So what do you guys think?
Damn, you might have committed me.
I know, me too. He's waiting.
Yeah. Man, I can see Chiesa getting a sub in the 3rd round. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll find a way.
I can see Neil trying to like press him against the cage, kind of like trying to grind him out, and then Chiesa catching him on the way down with something.
Okay, Max, what do you think? How's it playing out?
I mean, you almost swayed me, If
it sways you, let it sway. Let it sway you if you want.
I still feel the same. I feel like you did remind me that it is a 5-round fight. I think that'll play in Neil's advantage. I feel like Magny, he's been tested on those longer fights, and he's never looked tired. He looks 1 minute in, 14 minutes in. So I don't think cardio is going to be a problem. So I have Chiesa early, with a sub. And if he doesn't sub him, I do agree that Neil Magny will put the hammer on him and win by decision. So what my choice is, though, is Chiesa. Chiesa by submission. 2
Chiesas and me for Magny. Okay.
Yeah.
You heard it here. We'll wrap it up, guys. This is Fight Picks with the Pros. Thanks for watching.